Oral warning, okay.
Chat. We gotta restart the flight. What the heck?
Tivet Tower Beechcraft 67 at runway 14 ready for departure, straight out departure.
Oral warning, okay.
We're gonna have to restart flight again. 0.
Tivet Tower Beechcraft 67 ready at runway 14 straight out departure.
Beechcraft 67 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Tivet Tower Beechcraft 67 frequency change. Tivet approach Beechcraft 67 is type Beechcraft King Air 3 miles northeast of Tivet 2,700 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Beechcraft 67 Tivet approach. Squawk 7345.
Squawk 7345, Beechcraft 67.
Beechcraft 67 radar contact 4 miles northeast of Tivit, 3,400 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Beechcraft 67.
Normal warning, okay. Tivit Tower Beechcraft 67 at runway 14 ready for departure, straight out departure.
I'm sorry about that, guys. No, I couldn't. Even if I roll off the runway. B.
Tivit Tower Beechcraft 67 ready for departing straight out at runway 14. Beechcraft 67 leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Tivit Tower, Beechcraft 67 frequency change. Tivit approach Beechcraft 67 is type Beechcraft King Air 2 miles southeast of Tivit 2,300 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Beechcraft 67 Tivit approach.
We died before we. Oh, I overstressed. Okay. Bro, shut up.
Tivit Tower Beechcraft 67 ready for departing straight out at runway 14.
What's up, chat? This is your captain. It crashed. I'm respawning though.
Tivit Tower Beechcraft 67 at runway 14 ready for departure straight out departure.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Alright, guys, I'm back. My cousin said hi. To the viewer. Alright, guys.
Tivit Tower Beechcraft
If it,
67 at runway 14 ready for departure departing straight out.
If you can. I can also play a new game if you want. Alright, guys. Tell me where I should fly from if y'all leave and respond. Oh, yep, and they left. respond if you can. If please just say something in chat. Please.
Wait, are you still flying? Are you still live streaming?
Alright, we're gonna. Okay, they won't hear me. Oh, they can. Yes, I'm still live streaming.
Alright, they're kind of bored right now. Where are you gonna live stream?
Where should I take off from first?
Yes, in the chat. Guys, tell us in the chat where
Please tell us where to take off from. If y'all will even respond, please. Oh, hello, J. Cody. But where do you think I should take off from? Be honest. I can do anywhere.
Who's Jacody? Is he a random person?
Everybody said hello, Jacody. Or J. Cody. Alright, CLT. CLT, alright. KCLT, alright. I'm just gonna take off from the runway. Thank you, J. Cody. We are flying in the F-18E. Oh, everybody, please do not mind the background noises. Things are happening. And things do happen. Alright, and so currently it is basically nighttime right now. But I didn't want to turn on the daytime, so it's just gonna be nighttime. And yeah, basically. Alright. Sorry guys, I'm letting it load. Also, if you leave, you can leave if you want. It's just optional, but... Alright, I'm sorry guys, this game kind of takes a bit to load, but... These people are going to have very bad karma.
We lost a viewer.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that other viewer, guys. But, oh, yeah.
Charlotte Tower, Boeing 67 ready at runway 18 center, departing straight out.
Boeing 67 wind 008 at 8.
Charlotte Tower, Boeing 67 frequency change. Charlotte approach Boeing 67 is type Boeing 3 miles south of Charlotte 1,300 feet. Request flight following.
Boeing 67 Charlotte approach. Squawk 5545.
Squawk 5545 Boeing 67.
127 radar contact 2 miles south of Charlotte, 9,600 feet. Altimeter 30.30.
Roger, Boeing 67.
Boeing 67 contact Atlanta Center on 133.15. Good day.
133.15 Boeing 67. Goodbye. Atlanta Center, Boeing 67, 9,900 feet.
Boeing 67 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.30 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact Charlotte approach on 126.15. Good day. LabQuest 825 traffic is 3 o'clock 3 miles at 4,800 feet Boeing. Report them in sight.
126.15 Boeing 67. Goodbye. Charlotte approach Boeing 67, 2,800 feet.
Boeing 67 Charlotte approach altimeter 30.27 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact Atlanta Center on 133.15. Good day.
133.15 Boeing 67. Goodbye. Atlanta Center, Boeing 67, 5,000 feet.
Boeing 67 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.24 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact Charlotte approach on 126.15. Good day.
126.15 Boeing 67. Goodbye. 120.05 Boeing 67. Goodbye. Charlotte approach Boeing 67, 5,900 feet.
Boeing 67 Charlotte approach altimeter 30.23 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact Charlotte approach on 126.15. Good day.
Going to 126.15 Boeing 67. Charlotte approach Boeing 67, 3,800 feet.
Boeing 67 Charlotte approach altimeter 30.24 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact Washington Center on 135.2. Good day.
Going to 135.2 Boeing 67. Washington Center, Boeing 67, 4,400 feet.
Boeing 67 Washington Center altimeter 30.24 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact approach on 127.8. Good day.
127.8 Boeing 67. Goodbye. Approach Boeing 67, 5,800 feet.
Boeing 67 approach altimeter 30.24 radar contact continue. Boeing 67 contact Washington Center on 135.2. Good day.
Going to 135.2 Boeing 67. Washington Center. Center, Boeing 677, 7,600 feet.
Boeing 67 Washington Center, altimeter 30.24 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact approach on 127.8. Good day.
127.8, Boeing 67. Goodbye. Approach Boeing 67, 3,600 feet. Boeing 67 approach altimeter 30.22 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact Washington Center on 135.2. Good day. 135.2, Boeing 67. Goodbye. Washington Center, Boeing 67, 7,700 feet.
Boeing 67 Washington Center, altimeter 30.22 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact approach on 127.8. Good day.
Going to 127.8, Boeing 67. Approach Boeing 67, 6,500 feet. Boeing 67 approach altimeter 30.26 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact approach on 126.6. Good day. Going to 126.6, Boeing 67. Approach Boeing 67, 6,600 feet. Boeing 67 approach altimeter 30.26 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact Raleigh approach on 125.3. Good day. 125.3, Boeing 67. Goodbye. Raleigh approach Boeing 67, 6,600 feet.
Boeing 67 Raleigh approach altimeter 30.26 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact Washington Center on 135.2. Good day.
Going to 135.2, Boeing 67. Washington Center, Boeing 67, 8,800 feet.
Boeing 67 Washington Center, altimeter 30.25 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact Raleigh approach on 125.3. Good day.
Going to 12.
Boeing 67 Raleigh approach altimeter 30.26 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact approach on 126.6. Good day.
Going to 126.6, Boeing 67. Approach Boeing 67, 8,900 feet. Boeing 67 approach altimeter 30.26 radar contact, continue. Boeing 67 contact Washington Center on 135.2. Good day. 135.2, Boeing 67. Goodbye. Washington Center, Boeing 67, 17,100 feet.
Boeing 67 Washington Center, altimeter 30.27 radar contact, continue.
4.05. Good day.
If anybody wants to watch, you can. Please watch. Or, not please watch. You can watch if you want to. Right flyer. Let's try the Cessna Citation CJ4. If any. Wait a minute. That is a hurricane or a tropical storm. And I could go in it in the plane. Oh my gosh. Am I onto something, guys? Guys. No, let's not go to the store. Let's just, fly around. Seattle Tacoma International Airport. Alright, guys. Well, if anybody's watching, just leave a like. Sorry about the loading taking long. Oh, guys.
Seattle Tower Cessna 67 at runway 16 center, ready for departure, straight out departure.
Clear to land runway 16 right, SkyWest 3470 heavy. Exit 532 number 2 for landing. Follow the Cessna Skyhawk on final. Wind 205 at 11. Caution the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Clear to land runway 16 right. Clear to land runway 16 right number 2 Delta 2640 heavy. Delta 2640 heavy number 3 for landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 205 at 11. Caution the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Clear to land runway 16 right. Clear to land runway 16 right number 2 Exejet 532. Clear to land runway 16 right number 3 Delta 2640 heavy.
Altitude.
SkyWest 3470 heavy turn next taxiway. Clear to land runway 16 right number 3 Alaska 508 heavy. Alaska 508 heavy number 4 for landing. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 205 at 11. Caution the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Clear to land runway 16 right. Cessna 67 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Seattle Tower Cessna 67 frequency change.
SkyWest 3470 heavy exit runway when able.
Squawk 0772 Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 radar contact 3 miles southeast of Seattle, 5,700 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace, Cessna 67.
Cessna 67, you're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved, Cessna 67. Seattle Center Cessna 67 is type Cessna C25C, 5 miles south of Renton, 8,400 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna 67 Seattle Center. Squawk 1374.
Squawk 1374 Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 radar contact 5 miles north of Sierra Tree 610,900 feet. Altimeter 30.09er.
Roger, Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 contact Seattle Center on 134.905. Good day. Alaska 167 heavy traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 12,300 feet Cessna C25C. Report them in sight.
Going to 134.9er, 5 Cessna 67. Seattle Center, Cessna 67, 14,000 feet.
Cessna 67 Seattle Center altimeter 30.09er radar contact continue.
0.9er 5 Cessna 67. Goodbye. Seattle Center, Cessna 67, 11,300 feet.
Cessna 67 Seattle Center altimeter, tree 0.11 radar contact, continue. Cessna 67 contact Seattle Center on 120.3. Good day.
120.3 Cessna 67. Goodbye. Seattle Center, Cessna 67, 11,200 feet.
Cessna 67 Seattle Center altimeter, tree 0.11 radar contact, continue. Cessna 67 contact Seattle approach on 120.4. Good day.
120.4 Cessna 67. Goodbye. Seattle approach Cessna 67, 11,700 feet.
Cessna 67 Seattle approach altimeter, tree 0.11 radar contact, continue.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Either way.
Seattle Tower Cessna 67 at runway 16 center, ready for departure, straight out departure.
Air Canada 515 Heavy, follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 175 at 7. Caution, the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land runway 16 right. Alaska 522 Heavy number 2 for landing. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 175 at 7. Caution, the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land runway 16 right. Cleared to land runway 16 right, Air Canada 515 Heavy. Cleared to land runway 16 right, number 2, Alaska 522 Heavy. SkyWest 6507 Heavy, follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 175 at 7. Caution, the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land runway 16 center. Cessna 67 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Air Canada 515 Heavy, exit runway when able.
Seattle Tower Cessna 67 frequency change. Approach Cessna 67 is type Cessna C25C, 3 miles southeast of Seattle, 2,100 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna 67 approach. Squawk 0035.
Squawk 0035 Cessna 67.
Skywest 4031 Heavy, you are 13 miles north. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via gain transition. Cleared to a gain. Cessna 67 radar contact 3 miles south of Renton, 2,100 feet. Altimeter tree 0.09er.
Roger Cessna 67.
Descend and maintain 3,200 feet. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via gain transition. Cleared to a gain, Skywest 4031 Heavy.
Yep.
guys.
Seattle Tower Cessna 67 at runway 16 center, ready for departure, departing straight.
American Tree 105, heavy contact Seattle Center on 128.5. Good day. Cleared to land runway 16 right, SkyWest 4031 heavy. SkyWest 4031 heavy, follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 175 at 7. Caution the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land runway 16 right. Cleared to land runway 16 right, SkyWest 4031 heavy.
Altitude.
Alaska 1229er heavy, did you copy? Alaska 1229er heavy number 2 for landing. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 175 at 7. Caution the Airbus A20N landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land runway 16 right. Cessna 67 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Cleared to land runway 16 center, SkyWest 6507 heavy.
Seattle Tower Cessna 67 frequency change. Seattle approach Cessna 67 is type Cessna C25C, 2 miles south of Seattle, 2,600 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Cessna 67 Seattle approach. Squawk 0757.
Squawk 0757 Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 radar contact 2 miles west of Seattle, 3,400 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace, Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 contact Seattle approach on 125.9er. Good day.
125.9er Cessna 67. Goodbye. Seattle approach Cessna 67, 3,300 feet.
Cessna 67 Seattle approach altimeter 30.10 radar contact continue. Cessna 67, you're leaving my airspace radar service, terminated squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved, Cessna 67. Seattle approach Cessna 67 is type Cessna C25C, 3 miles northeast of Seattle, 2,300 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna 67 Seattle approach. Squawk 0007.
Squawk 0007 Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 radar contact 2 miles southeast of Boeing 1,000 feet. Altimeter 30.08.
Roger, Cessna 67.
Cessna 67 contact Seattle approach on 125.9er. Good day.
Going to 125.9er Cessna 67. Seattle approach Cessna 67 minus 100 feet.
Cessna 67 Seattle approach altimeter 30.08 radar contact continue.
Never fly with ever. First one to fly with bad idea. Never fly.
Heavy, you are 24 miles northwest.